in range, and that just feels pretty yucky.
The Yanara Lulu lane.
Yeah, the Yanari Lulu is going to come through instead, and I'm not sure whether I'm a huge fan of this one either. We've seen Yanara really struggle more recently as the blind Gnar comes in with a couple of bans to protect it on HLE's side. Zeus back to his debut champion here, something that he's very comfortable on.
Fantastic here, especially with all the comfort across the board. Kanavi, Kiana, the Zeus Gnar.
The EWC title holders or the MSI champions to win this one. As Zeka's gonna face check! Oh God! He gets a big old taunt, and he does flash away, but Career is flashing after him. The only one to do so, Glitterland slows him down. Another couple of autos, picks, help him out. As Lucid gonna need to drop a flag. They are hard committing for this. The flash forward, the heal. Zeka's still alive as finally he goes down, and Smash gets first blood.
That's the problem with the escape attempt here from Zeka, as it turned into a 3v3 situation where
looks like Smash is going to have to go back, and very happy that he gets... Oh, the flash forward from Shiu, but Zeus, he's got Mega Gnar coming up, and now Shiu without that flash. Oh man, still going to be able to create enough distance, but he's going to have to go home and expend that teleport.
Shiu collapsed, but he does recover well. Now Smash gets the kill, buys a call.
Oh dear. Korea very dead.
Yeah.
So HLE going to deny so much experience from the bottom lane, get chased down and die. And I think that chase down is actually even more horrible.
Exactly, he spent so much time.
Yeah, exactly right. It's now Smash trying to fight against Gumayusi, but I don't think he really wants to. He's already going to have to go back home once again. Fire kick is going to connect here. Slurkle goes wide. Career taken out, and Gumayusi on 2-0.
We're going to need help here, and Lucid is coming down.
Yeah, he's skirting the vision as well quite nicely. That control ward doing nothing right now, as they did have information that it was there. Delight going to throw that fire kick over. They do get wind of this Jarvan's position. Let's see whether they can outplay this.
He's got
Flash and barrier both up and available, like you were saying. Relentless Pursuit now going to be used. The Smash is almost dead. He gets the shield from the barrier. And yeah, Lucid's just going to have to escort him out of there.
Kanavi still has flash as well. I think he should be able to escape, but again, he's out of the lane.
Range minions.
Look at these early spikes. You got the Essence Reaver, you got Profane Hydra, you got Zeus.
Who's flashing as Smash gets the Arc of Ruin, but...
All right, now they have Galio ult here to try to chase Shiu down.
He has to flash to get out of the way of that culling. Kanavi was already on his way over.
Looks like it's going to be an early first brick
to be able to take him down, because Guma can really take over team fights on this champion. We'll have so much more in the tank after that initial round of spells. As now without flash, Zeus might be susceptible. As the counter-strike comes down, holds the leap strike nicely to Shiu, so he stays in range. Still, Zeus going to push them away. He didn't have ulti.
Yeah.
They still just back off.
I mean, Career could have looked for the wild growth there. They just didn't have information in the river, so they were like, I don't like the way this looks. I know Kanavi's very likely nearby. He was, but I think there was a small window where they could have tried the wild growth. They just didn't have the information, so Zeus walks away scot-free, and now it's HLE the aggressors.
Yeah, Gumayushi's also walking up. Supreme Display of Talent is completely avoided, but there's the heroic entrance. Wild growth onto Lucid to make him a bit tankier. Big old taunt comes down as even Zeka getting involved. Zeus gets put into the Cataclysm, tanks up the turret. Lucid almost manages to make it work. They go 1-for-1 on the junglers, and it's way closer than I expected in that moment. All of this spare time that Smash has is working out for him as, oh, the buffer on the flag and drag. It looked almost by accident there for Lucid, as Scatter the Weak is going to connect onto Kanavi.
I don't want to say he's going to struggle to get a bigger lead here, but it's not going to be as easy now as it was in the bottom lane. And they turned this lane swap, even though it was a big sacrifice for Shiu, into kind of a big success.
Oh, Scatter is going to connect onto the Melio. Force of Will, the ulti, and Showmaker just pops Delight like a balloon. Kanavi trying to take down this Rift Herald. He will be successful. And let's see whether he can get it out. The answer is no. Down goes the Kiana. Now Smash is flashing in. I'm not sure about it, but the rest of his teammates are there to back him up. And down goes Zeus. The Yanara is now officially online.
Zeka's not in this game in terms of gold relevance, but is still so much utility for this comp. It's still very online right now as Lucid's going to find out.
Yeah, there is the scat of the week. Lucid still has to get out of there, though, because the heroic entrance is so scary. Smash also gets a big old shield, but the culling is going to come down. And just typewriter DK. Cataclysm comes in. Guma able to escape at the Arc of Ruin. So much damage onto Kanavi. Shiu and Zeus are just fighting off to the side in their own sort of little battle here. And everyone else, I mean, there's a lot of damage that's been taken, but Honey Fruit advantage is here for HLE.
They're on the Dragon. They have full prio control. They do not...
Oh, teleport in.
Have a Gnar, and there's that TP from Showmaker. If he shows up, those health bars are pretty low. Kanavi is on a timer here.
Yeah, look at these health bars from HLE. They're going down so low, but Zeka makes his way in. Kanavi just explodes. Showmaker takes him out. The Drake is over there, and now Lucid trying to escape. Gumayusi is protected, and he gets the double kill. Now Showmaker is going to get taunted, and Guma dashes forward. We'll get some revenge. Scat of the week is fantastic, but the Justice Punch will come down. And Showmaker's on the floor. HLE, great team fight, and they get themselves the Drake.
Even though Showmaker gets the wraparound, even though the poke was there and the health bars were low for Hanwha Life Esports, access to the solution. And it's like Hanwha have Baron.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Cataclysm comes in though. Kanavi, supreme display of talent comes down. He flashes, he takes out Showmaker, but Showmaker does get the orb on the ground. Lucid, oh, bit of a misplay there. Does claim the wild growth and stays alive, just barely. This is a perfect item spike for HLE to play around.
They got a 100-0 Guma somehow, and they just don't have access.
Well, I think Lucid's going to be the first 100-0 as Slurkle does connect onto Gumayusi. He takes a fair bit of damage, but that is no jungler. And therefore, no problem for HLE as Zeka looking to try and follow up. The rest of HLE, oh man, they are moving towards the Baron. Nothing to worry about. They are just now chasing Shiu away. He dives in, supreme display of talent, but he goes golden with that arm guard that he just purchased. Still breaking that is so dangerous. Does have flash, might need to use it defensively, holds onto it, which is crazy. Top. And then you have Kanavi and Zeus with decent damage there as well. As Kanavi going to get his back stopped here. Does back away.
Through the edge of night, took a little bit of extra small piece-by-piece tools, making this Dplus roster formidable the longer we go into this game.
But he doesn't even have a lead anymore. Zeka has just been so much freer in these side lanes. Taunt is going to be fantastic here from Zeka, as Gumayusi will execute Lucid. Absolutely nothing he can do. Shiu throws down the counter-strike. Slurkle is decent to try and stop Gumayusi from just murdering everyone. It's just a massive lead. Still, I mean, doesn't have a lot of health to his name. There's like, you know, there's things you can say.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there are ways this could go wrong, which is why HLE still need to play this carefully. They play this crisply, but now the Baron's up.
Yeah, ultimate invested here from Shiu as well. Lucid looking for Gumayusi. It's a lot of burst damage. The culling comes down. Shiu has found Zeka. Taunt comes in, Justice punches down, but there's the leap strike back up again. Solo kill for the Jax, and he's starting to become, well, he's begun.
Again, a potential way.
A potentially dangerous, wait, Shiu, what are we doing, buddy? He's gonna have to leap strike his way out. He does manage to do that. The tiniest little supreme display of talent comes in. Shiu goes golden momentarily, but he's just dead. Zeka might be traded, but I don't know whether it's worth. Smash at least picks up that kill. 4 versus 4, no Jax, no Galio. And Zeus with no Narbar as well. And Smash will soon not have an ultimate. They're just waiting for that one to be gone. As Gumayusi gets Cataclysm and he's knocked up, but it's not going to work. Kanavi taken out, Smash. He goes down and Smash is taking matters into his own hands. They've killed the carry. Zeus, the last man standing with just a light. That is not going to work. I think DK have done it.
No jungle here for the contest. Zeus level 19.
They're going to try and turn. They're looking for it. As there is no smite in this pit. Zeus does manage to hit the Mega, but there is the kill from Showmaker. He moves himself out. Look at these health bars. They're so low. And there's a heroic entrance. Down goes Korea. Shears once again in a really awkward spot. And Lucid looking to make his way into the Baron pit. He is going to get in. That will be Baron secured. Can he get out? That's the question. I don't know whether he can, but I don't know whether it matters. He can. Never you mind. Dplus now find themselves almost in an advantage.
Fair, but like we said so many times, all it takes is that one edge.
Oh my God, Shiv, stop it! He is just playing right on the edge here in this incredibly pivotal deciding game between DK and HLE. He's now diving in towards Zeka. The inhibitor turret in the bottom lane almost died, by the way, as Gumayusi, he's got so much burst damage every time Smash moves forward like that.
Flash is
so
back.
Scary. Culling, not really doing too much here, as the taunt is set up by Zeka, but the scatter hits onto Kanavi, taking a lot of damage. Supreme Display of Talent comes down, Lucid finds a Cataclysm, but he dies. There is Zeka going down so incredibly low, and it's Smash that gets into the front line and looks to obliterate Gumayusi too far away from the battlefield, and it's Smash that dashes in, picks up the triple, and you best believe that third one felt the best.
Dplus cut HLE in half. Guma couldn't rejoin the fight. The haphazard plays from Shiu finally pay off. Look at Lucid's face.
Yeah, Showmaker popping off as well, man.
They are riding the momentum from Paris, and this squad says maybe the second international title was greater than the first, and they'll take HLE out in the first matchup of the Legend Group between these two. Unbelievable turnaround from Dplus Kia.